Jose Sulaiman will be remembered as a man of integrity, honor, and a pure heart. Inspired by his heroes, he believed in unbreakable values and principles, lived a life to the fullest, and he did it his way, as Frank Sinatra would sing, "In my way." Always successful, a natural leader who would never give up. There were no impossible tasks, just some took a bit longer. That was the spirit of Don Jose. His life dedicated to the service of others, inspired by his parents' education and example. It led to a life full of satisfaction. He took tremendous joy by helping others, especially the underprivileged and the discriminated against. Many call him the father of boxing. He certainly treated all fighters as his sons and daughters. He suffered from their problems and worked every single day of his life to try to make boxing better and safer. Regardless if the boxer was an amateur or if he was Mike Tyson or Julio Cesar Chavez, he would treat them the same and would relentlessly try to help each one at all times. Nelson Mandela inspired him to fight against discrimination. He battled apartheid and always struggled to prevent the abuse of power which hurt the less gifted. He led many actions towards dignifying the sport of boxing, female boxing, and justice for trainers, managers, promoters, and especially boxers. Pope John Paul II inspired Don Jose to be a better human being every day and to be humble and to serve and love. Pope Francis brought faith back to him in these last few months as God's representative on earth, and the Virgin of Guadalupe remained by his side at all times, while Jesus Christ was his greatest guide and inspiration. Our dear father fought the last 12 rounds of his life inspired by his hero Muhammad Ali, his corner formed by many doctors, nurses, care partners, therapists, lift team and staff at UCLA, and with thousands cheering him from all over the world. The final bell rang. Jose Sulaiman, winner by unanimous decision. Constant improvement to the gloves, instituting the thumb-attached glove, abolishing the 6-ounce glove, and establishing the official certification of brands to secure glove quality and performance for safety. 2 World Medical Congresses organized with doctors from 80 countries to discuss and discover rules and procedures to make boxing safer. Mandatory anti-doping tests in all championship fights. Creation of intermediate weight division categories from the original 8 to the current 17. Mandatory annual medical examinations, pre-bout and post-bout medical examinations. Mandatory 30 and 7-day precaution weigh-ins to monitor weight loss by fighters. Official weigh-in 1 day before the fight. Institution of the mandatory challenges for champions. Institution of the purse offer format for mandatory fights. Training and certification programs for judges, referees, supervisors, and ring physicians all over the world. Abolition of the scoring referee. institution of the neutral panel of ring officials for all title fights. Creation of the Friendly Hand Foundation, which has provided millions of dollars in support of boxers and members of the boxing industry in need. Institution of the World Female Championship. Institution of the red and green cards for communication between doctors and referees. Rating committees and world policies for ranking of boxers. Creation with Mr. Carlos Slim of the Ring Telmex program, which gives 27 former champions lifetime pensions and medical expenses, and 25 active boxers a monthly stipend. Creation of the WBC Champions Fund, administered by the Nevada Community Foundation, one of the greatest prides of the WBC, funded by $1 million raised by Hublot.
I was suspecting $1 million, and that's what we got. And I don't know how to express my gratitude to the 12 greatest champions that were here tonight. And very especially to Hublot and to Mr. Jean-Claude Vivier. I'm so happy that our agreement and friendship led to this marvelous night. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Institution of the instant replay rule to limit controversies from actions in the ring. Creation of the 4 and 8 round open scoring rule to make boxing transparent and exciting. Relentless campaign to bring back boxing to open television in Mexico and other countries. Today boxing is the highest rated program every single week. Construction of monuments to honor great champions of the past. Institution of CAS as the sole medium to resolve disputes. Successful mediation to save the WBC from extinction in 2004 after the legal problem with Roggiani. Organization of 2 great events called Night of Champions in Cancun and Wales. Electrolyte drinks are proved to be used during the fights. Finally, among many others, perhaps the greatest rule introduced in 1982, which has certainly saved many lives and has secured health for thousands of boxers after they retire from the ring. The reduction from 15 to 12 rounds. The WBC, his family. He found so many dear friends, colleagues, mentors, advisors, and heroes in his memorable journey as the leader of the WBC. The WBC board, committee members, officials, supervisors, promoters, managers, trainers, journalists, doctors, fans, and of course the boxers. All of them became his family. He always had a smile, open arms, and an open heart for all. He never said no, always willing to listen, to advise, to lend his shoulder to cry on, or to stand shoulder to shoulder. Always willing to help, always there for all, always a friend.
Creo que los 25 años que he entregado con pasión al deporte de mis amores han visto a un hombre que no ha vivido otra cosa que no sea el boxeo, a un hombre que no ha vivido otra cosa que no sea la amistad en la cara de cada uno de todos ustedes, que no ha tenido más alegría más grande que cada año cuando Dios me da la oportunidad de verlos a todos, a ustedes, en nuestras convenciones anuales. Les agradezco desde el fondo de mi corazón el apoyo y la amistad que siempre me han brindado. A mi familia presente, mi esposa, mis hijos, les quiero pedir disculpas porque les he quitado todo el tiempo de mi vida que he dedicado enteramente al boxeo.